sorry I didn't see you there. You may come in. Please have a seat. Okay. Also, do you mind if I have my dog here? I was thinking it might help our therapy session today. It's fine, okay. Well, I also have some treats to give to her. She loves these things. Wait. Okay, so what brings you here today? Okay. Alright, so you have anxiety and you have trouble falling asleep. Okay, I completely understand. Right, so I want to ask you, what have you tried so far to deal with this situation that you are having? Okay, right. Okay, I understand. I think that is good. But I think that we will go through other methods today. Does that sound fine to you? Okay. On to the next question. How do you feel about your current routine? Are you happy with it? Do you feel like you are fulfilling anything? Okay. Alright, okay. Okay, well, we will get into that very soon. Okay, so tell me about the important relationships in your life. Okay, so you have quite a few people that care about you, and if you ever feel alone, just know that there is someone there that does love you, okay, and they are here to provide you with anything that you want, and obviously I am also here as well. So yeah, so what would be different in your life if your problem was solved? A lot of things. Yeah, I agree. I used to go through a lot of anxiety in the past as well. I was really conscious about everything. I would question everything, so I understand how that feels like. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it is pretty challenging and pretty difficult to go through traumatic experiences and a lot of anxiety and overwhelmed feelings, but honestly it does get better. For me personally, I had a lot of anxiety and a lot of panic attacks, and it took about over a year to help you and me understand the situation, okay? Okay. How about we give her another treat? Girl. Oh, sorry, by the way, her name is Lola, and she loves food. She was also helping me a lot through my anxiety, and right now she's looking at the treats next to her. No. Yes, she is a Swiss Shepherd. She is quite a rare breed. You don't really see them often. There are a lot of breeders that breed these dogs, and I got her from my home country, and she is amazing. Okay. Okay, so in 3 words, how would you sum up your emotions right now? Okay, okay. Yeah, it is tricky to find the words for it, but I understand. It's a lot of, you know, it's a lot of thoughts everywhere. They overwhelm your mind, and you get a lot of negative thoughts, and your brain just becomes filled with just emotions. So I completely understand. Okay, so I want to ask you, which certain situations or incidents make you feel happy? So is it people, or an activity you like doing, or okay. So you like doing things that require you to be, I'd say, more alone, and yeah, okay, so you like to do different activities that keep your mind off of it. Yeah, okay, so could you tell me about those in more detail, please? Okay, so how along the lines of that, how do you manage these intense emotions on a daily basis? Okay. Okay. So you would say that your feelings are obviously very hard to manage. I know with anxiety that does happen in almost every single person that I see. It is not easy to manage these feelings, but I do think that there are ways that definitely help. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so do you have feelings that you usually suppress and are buried deep inside you? Okay, yeah, so I want to ask you, why is that? Okay, so you feel that if others knew how you felt, they wouldn't understand, or do you just feel like you know, they wouldn't be able to help, or do do you just feel like no one can relate? Okay. Okay. I understand you. And you know what? I am here to help you. Okay, so I want to ask you, what forms of self-care do you use to manage your emotional health? Okay, so I think that is great. That's amazing. I recommend, having a nice bath with some bath bombs and anything relaxing. So chamomile tea also helps, and I think that there are a lot of things. So if you like gaming, I recommend cozy games like Animal Crossing, or there's a lot. So if you go into it, I can also email those to you as well if you want a list. There is knitting, crocheting. I know that people say that that's for old ladies, but I disagree. I feel like you could make some really cute outfits, or plushies, or pillows. Also, adult colouring is amazing. Even just listening to rain sounds or ASMR, if you have heard of that. There are a lot of things, and definitely having a routine helps, because you feel like you are in control of what you do. And if you kind of do things like all over the place every day, you feel like you are not in control of what happens in your day and in your life. Yeah, okay. So, alright. I will write this down so that I can remember to email you. Okay. Can you tell the difference between real feelings and those that are influenced by other forces? So for example, feelings that you get by your own imagination and emotions and environment even. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's definitely tricky to really decipher the feelings that are really there, or the ones that your mind is making up. And what I mean is, obviously all feelings are real, but all feelings don't necessarily have to be there. For example, anxiety comes by surprise. So yeah, what I was saying is, all feelings matter, obviously, but in other words, feelings that come on very suddenly and unexpectedly are very scary, and sometimes you might feel some doom, and obviously no one likes that. I have experienced that as well, so I have definitely learned to cope with it. Although it does get easier, it is really tricky to, in the moment, calm yourself. So don't worry, I know how everyone always tells you to calm down. It's really difficult to calm down, and especially when you're trying to sleep, your mind is more active, and therefore you find it really hard to fall asleep. Sometimes you might get panic attacks. Do you experience that? Okay, yeah. So you do have overwhelming feelings and emotions. Obviously your brain works at 1,000,000 miles an hour when you have anxiety at night. So I recommend definitely drinking some chamomile tea before, maybe spend time with a loved one, do a hobby or watch a comfort show, although I do recommend turning off all of the lights. And if you feel uncomfortable with that, just buy a sleeping mask, so you feel like safe. If you want to keep a TV on or some light or a night light, I recommend just covering your eyes. Yeah, okay. So what is your approach to dealing with self-critical thoughts? Okay. Okay. Alright, so obviously everyone has those thoughts. I can't say that no one has them. Everyone has them at some point, and some people have them more than others, and I feel like with anxiety that happens a lot more. So I think that taking a moment within the day to look at yourself and say nice things about yourself, even if you don't believe them, just repeat them to yourself every day, and I promise it makes a huge difference. But okay, yeah, so your way is definitely something I would say carry on, but implementing affirmations and a lot of positive talk about yourself definitely helps. Yeah, okay. And if it gets really bad, I can prescribe you some medication, but we will have to see that in the following weeks to come after your next therapy session. We can assess you after as well. Okay. Okay, so I have a few more questions for you, and I want to ask you, do you prioritize getting enough sleep? Obviously I know that it is difficult for you to fall asleep, but I want to ask that if even if you go to sleep at a later hour, do you still sleep 8 hours, 7 hours? Okay, so you just wake up later. Sometimes you can't get enough sleep and you wake up early, okay? And I would say that obviously getting the right amount of sleep and sleeping at a similar time each day definitely helps with your mood and anxiety a lot. And I can prescribe you some sleeping medication, but I think that going the natural route has always helped more, and medication kind of makes you feel sluggish, but yeah, I think taking some melatonin would help you. If the home remedies don't help, I definitely recommend drinking tea, and obviously what I have said before, and if that still doesn't help you, just take some melatonin gummies, or I can prescribe you some medication if you would like. But as I said, that does make you feel more sluggish, and of course you can take that until you establish a routine, maybe. Okay. Okay, so the second last question is, are you active? Do you move a lot? Okay, so why is that? Okay, some days you do, but okay, so you have trouble getting out of the house because you feel like you get like, do you have this suffocation feeling when you go outside? And you know, how do I explain it? So when you're around people, does your heart race, you know, all these emotions? Okay, it's much more difficult outside. Yeah, I agree. At home, it is definitely more, you feel safer, and I feel like that's a very good thing. But I feel like if you can, you know, get more active, even if it is running up and down your stairs, or walking around the house, or you know, doing an at-home workout, do some dancing maybe. That does definitely help, and it's fun. Exercising really lifts your mood a lot. I feel like I have seen a lot of people that have gotten more active, and they said that it is helpful. Okay. Do you make sure that you're well hydrated? Okay. So obviously we all forget to drink water. I know I do, and it's very good to drink a lot of water. You know, it helps with everything. You feel well rested in the morning if you start to drink a lot of water. Obviously I wouldn't recommend to drink like a gallon of water a day. Obviously that is very good if you do, but I feel like if you don't drink enough water, it's better to start slow, and every time you remember to do something, or you have a task to do, or you know, every single time you just remind yourself and you say, okay, I'm going to take a sip of water, and you know, or you can have little water bottles around, so that it is easier for your brain to register that, oh, okay, this is not a lot of water, so I can drink it, you know, because a big bottle can look very overwhelming. So I'd say a smaller water bottle is better if you just have a lot of them, or you just refill one. Yeah, okay. So here I have written 7 steps to a better you, and I want to just go through those with you. Does that sound okay? Okay. Would you like anything? Would you like a tea? No, you're good. Okay, well just let me know. Just let me know if you need anything. Okay, so number 1 is control your environment. Obviously, spend time with people that love you and that you love. And I know talking to family members can be overwhelming as well, especially if they don't understand your feelings, or if you haven't expressed those feelings to them. But I feel like doing an activity with them definitely stimulates your brain, and therefore takes your mind off of it. My dog just ate a fly. But yeah, I'd say if you have any friends that are a bad influence, I'd say to get rid of those. It is tricky when friends make you do certain things even if you don't realize it. It can be very draining. So I'd say definitely control your environment and make sure you have a peaceful environment for yourself so you can always ground yourself whenever you need to, okay? Okay. So number 2 is allow yourself the uncomfortable luxury of changing your mind. So what I mean by that is, obviously, right now you have a mindset it has taken over you, and it's very hard to get out of the loop. And with anxiety and insomnia, it's very tricky to get out of a certain routine, but I feel like if you develop your brain into changing something about your routine or anything, it is definitely a big step. So it obviously can be very overwhelming too, yeah, but it's crucial so that you don't stay in one mindset forever, and taking steps to help the anxiety and telling yourself that these are just feelings, this is what my brain is telling me, but I will not let it control me. And you can also give your anxiety a name so that when you have a panic attack or anxiety attack, you can say, okay, well, this is her again, or him. They are coming and now I just have to wait it through, breathe. Yeah, so acknowledging that you are having a panic attack helps you to understand that, okay? Okay, so also when you are panicking, I suggest you start off with 5 things that you can see, 3 things that you can touch, and 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. So when your brain processes that, it focuses on something else rather than your anxiety. And I know it is very scary and very difficult to concentrate about anything else other than I am panicking. It is definitely life-changing. It helps a lot, and obviously that's for when you are alone. It's more difficult to deal with an anxiety attack, definitely. Okay, so number 3 is align yourself with those who matter to you. Obviously I have gone into that. It is easier to manage anxiety when you are with people who love you, and when you are with people that you feel comfortable with. It is very, very important that you get some quality time with the people that love you. If you have a panic attack whilst you are with someone, you feel okay, I have this under control and they are here to take care of me. If anything happens, that's what I would always tell myself as well. So yeah, that's definitely very important. Okay, number 4 is create more value than you capture. So by that I mean give more than you receive. So doing nice things for other people, and giving will definitely make you feel accomplished and make you feel good about yourself. And obviously you will receive that, but for the meantime you should always give than receive, because that makes you a better person. It will definitely help your mental health as well, and people will appreciate that, and they will start to see that, and they will be more kind to you. Yeah, okay. Number 5 is the obstacle is the way. So what I mean by that is, if you see this anxiety as an obstacle that you need to just forget about it and try to deal with it, is not the right thing to do, because going through that is the way to go about it, because it is very important that you realize that you cannot suppress something, because it will always float to the surface, and it's a part of life, you know, and some people experience it, some don't, some experience it at different points in their life, but it's important to realize that it's there. I have to deal with it and not just forget about it, okay? And that goes with anything, any obstacle, you need to make sure you deal with that, okay? Number 6 is step out of your comfort zone, but also have something peaceful that you can fall back into when you're overwhelmed. So stepping out of your comfort zone is very difficult when you have these overwhelming feelings, but also having something that can balance that, like something very light and easy, and that can help with the overwhelming feelings, something that makes you comfortable and happy, but having something that is way out of your comfort zone. You can do one small thing every day that is out of your comfort zone. For example, making new friends, or being the first one to start a conversation, or going outside, doing minor tasks, and obviously coming back to yourself, to ground yourself. That will help you overcome those overwhelming feelings, and because you will realize that the anxiety is manageable and you can do other tasks and you are capable, and nothing is stopping you, and that it doesn't seem that hard once you do it. Okay. And last but not least is just starting. You just start. Just start a good habit. Start anything that progresses you in the right direction, and that's definitely something that can help you a lot, and that's usually how you get through that anxiety. And yeah, that's definitely a good way to think about it and be optimistic. And as I said, it is very, very difficult, but once you establish a routine and do something you are happy doing and that brings you comfort and safety and security, it is definitely an improvement, but also stepping out of your comfort zone and being with people who you love, getting enough sleep, having a good diet, getting exercise, and being hydrated. That all comes together to keep your body healthy and your mind healthy, and you will definitely have an easier time managing anything because you become stronger once you do have this in place, okay? Okay. I'm so happy that you have shared with me your problems and your feelings. Obviously, if you do have other problems, please let me know in our coming therapy sessions. I am here to listen to you and help you, because that's all I care about the most. I love making people happier and changing people's lives. But yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for letting me have Lola here today with us. She is not in the frame, unfortunately. And let's give her one more treat. Okay, well, I will see you later. Next week is fine, okay? And yeah, I hope you have a lovely day and a lovely night, and I hope you take the things I've said into